Hey everyone, Jerry, Undead Warlock here, and I just had a chance to check out the infamous Booty Bay Studios with my friends Milk, the Torn Warrior, and Capital, the Undead Priest, and all I can say is, wow. Now, I'm certain that you all know the significance of Booty Bay. I mean, it is the single largest trading post in all of Azeroth, a virtual safe haven that hosts both the Alliance and the Horde in their art auctions, and it's just a pure example of a raw, unadulterated, insurmountable art market that runs throughout Azeroth, and it's all hosted by the Goblins of the Stranglethorn Vale, located in the lively southern jungles of the Eastern Kingdoms, and of course home of the immaculate Gurubashi Empire collection. Thanks to the studio manager Baron Revelgaz, Booty Bay can not only be an artist colony, but also an incredible space for Goblin culture to continue to grow, and an incredible hybrid art fair open studio year-round. The discourse here is absolutely thriving. When we arrived, there was a palpable sense of the conceptual rigor brought to the bay by the goblins of the Steamweedle. The air in Booty Bay is filled with discursive reckoning of both the Eastern Kingdom's fraught war-ridden south and the Goblins' precarious position between the Alliance and the Horde. I mean, Capital did not waste any time getting into the hard-hitting questions. I do think that one of the things that makes the Bay such an important mecca of art is that it is the intersection of art and banking. A lot of the artists here are bankers. You know what I always say? Art is inseparable from love, money, and war. And Booty Bay is all of that and more. This work is pivotal. Thousand Needles at Dawn, the painting of the Thousand Needles' famous phallic landscape that was gifted from Malkarok to Mother Zayla, and then finally acquired in an auction here in Booty Bay by the artist Gorgona, who infamously stabbed 5 daggers into it. I mean, an absolute irreverent institutional critique. And I have to agree with Milk, the hate in Gorgona's heart here is absolutely palpable, and Capital could not be more on point. It's an incredible year for her. Another really hot ticket item this year has to be Fiberworks. The notion of display is very important in these works, and it reminds me of a quote that my friend District the Rogue said at the last Booty Bay art crawl we went to. And I quote, "Work like this rides the line between fine art and fashion, gracefully wisping through a late capitalist landscape where commercial endeavors and fine art practices don't differ as much as we would like." And personally, that's my issue with this work. It's the artist's insistence on standing next to it while we look. But that isn't to say that fiber and Booty Bay can't be done right. Good Stitch Contemporary, a project space here in Booty Bay, is showing us just how important this modality is to the local artists and how it can be powerful. The current show up is quite groundbreaking. I mean, at first glance, my friends and I felt the overwhelming presence of the labor. But what is woven into the conceptual fabric of the work is its indexical history. The fibers are the robes of the old blood god Hakar, unwoven by hand and restitched into these rugs. The work activates the gallery as a large loom, and our bodies, our discourse, the thread actively weaving into each stitch, creating a rug of radical softness. If you know me at all, you will know that my praise does not come easily. This is a riveting must-see show. I am always so moved by artists whose works are indistinguishable from other parts of their lives. Tailors making fiberworks and robes worn by mages and warlocks in Azeroth. But this artist, Old Man Hemming, takes it one step further. A life artist, if you will, Old Man Hemming, who you might actually know as Lane Rin, the former Prince of Azeroth. Yeah. He's been making work under the pseudonym since the Third War. He's been LARPing as a fisherman as a way to address the injustice faced by the hardworking fishing families from his home in Menethil Harbor. He hangs his catch on stretched canvas every day, and his irreverence towards the history of painting poignantly addresses the social hardships of his neighbors. This is a powerful example of how praxis makes perfect. Today was a profoundly inspiring day spent with Milked and Capital touring the Booty Bay Open Studios, and I want to end the tour on one of my favorite permanent installations. This work functions under a complex set of zoning laws. Due to the increased dragon activity in Azeroth, the ocean water levels have been rising as the maelstrom gets warmer. Now, this rise in water levels has actually flooded the installation, and the Eastern Kingdom international zoning laws dictate that all beachfront properties actually public land. So this naturally threw a fork in the Gurubashi Collection's acquisition of the previously public installation. Emperor Dorkuraz, the collection's director, actually had this network installed as a way to bypass these zoning laws. It's essentially a private haven within a public space. Now, this dance of public and private that the collection is doing, it extends our understanding of the role of the Board of Trustees. In this case, they act as an art collective which uses laws as raw material. There is so much more to say about how incredibly powerful and significant the Booty Bay is, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you, Milked and Capital, for being my compatriots of art and discourse. And until next time.